Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video. This video has been long overdue. I've had so much going on with work, the weather, I just haven't had a chance to do any filming. But today is the day I'm finally going to get round to doing this. Now, please stay. Now, I did start filming this probably about 3-4 weeks ago, but turns out I didn't end up having the stuff I need. In fact, I did film a little bit. If any of it's relevant, I'll put it in now. If not, you just have to put up with me talking. Now, I did try to do the job and I didn't have the axle stands. I haven't got my jack stands, so I can't actually fit these. Oh man. And then that leads on to today, where we are right now. Now, I've got the axle stands and everything I need, so I should be able to smash this out fairly quickly. And I have been massively looking forward to doing this for probably years. There was a friend of mine on Instagram, he dropped me a message, and I'm not quite sure if I said something about I wanted them, and he said, I've got a set of these, I did use them, but I'm not low enough for them. And yeah, he ended up giving to me for a very good price, so thank you very much, Matt. And yeah, now finally going to get them installed. These are Gaz extra short shocks, the adjustable ones. I was looking to get myself a set of these anyway, because I want a set, and like I said, Matt offered them to me for a good price. They are used, but he said he barely used them. He had them on for a little while and found out that they weren't right for him. I've got the fronts and the rears. Now, that's the rear. They are adjustable. They do have this little spinny wheel at the bottom. Now, this is on maximum softness, and as you can see, I can do it. Now, if I just literally put it up a few clicks, they are hard. So what I'll end up doing is when I put them on, I'm going to put them all on maximum hardness and then I'll adjust them down from that. If you guys have any recommendations on how I should run these with the dampening, please let me know. I mean, obviously I've got quite a bit of weight in here, but like I said, I'm just going to try these on maximum hardness and then adjust from there. But there's the rears and then the fronts. Comes with all the hardware I need, so it should be a very easy install. I will put all of Matt's details if you need anything from him. He is a very knowledgeable man. I think he's an auto electrician by trade, but he is a whiz with VW. So if you need anything, go drop him a message. If you need anything, go speak to him. He's a very knowledgeable man and he's very helpful. And yeah, if you're not already going and following me, go over and give me a follow. But I want to get this lot all installed because I really want to get this lot installed. I've literally had these for about 3 months now. I think the first month I just had them, sat on them, didn't do a lot with them, and then I was like, right, let's get these things installed. And yeah, didn't have the right tools, didn't have my axle stands. Oh man. Then the weather, then I picked up a load more hours at work. It's just a massive. Anyway, I'm going to stop myself rambling because I want to get these things installed. So yeah, let's get myself changed and get underneath this van. Shocks are out, and what I have actually noticed is the fronts, which are these two, are actually shorter than the rear two. So that's something to bear in mind. Didn't actually know that. They also come with red bushings, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to get this thing up in the air, get the wheel off, you don't need to see that. And then we're going to start attacking the rear, get these shocks on finally, so see you in a sec. So, got the wheel off, lovely, and that's the shock I'm going to need to remove. Now, I don't know if you can remember, I did relocate the shock, that's where it's supposed to be, that's where I relocated it to. Get this shock off, get that limiting strap off, and get that spring out. I won't bore you too much with me taking it apart, because it will probably be quite boring, so I might just leave you there. Right, well there's that little, surely take that out, that little joker part. Springs out, shocks out. I had to make a new bolt because it didn't fit to go through the new hole. That is all apart, and basically it's time to put these bad boys in. Now these are fully compressed, and my G-Max are fully compressed, and as you can see the G-Max are actually smaller, but with these, I do actually have adjustable dampening, where these I can just open and close, and that's just these. I think that one's blown actually, so that's trash, not trash. Now I need to fit this, and what I did do is I thought ahead of time, I did get me some brand new bolts. Hopefully they are going to fit. Well, that was a pain in the ass. It's in. I didn't show you putting the bolt in because it was a pain. Smashed my hands up, but that's now in. Now I need to get that bottom bolt in. That is the plan there. I'm slightly out of breath, so that's just easy enough. All up in the factory location. Happy days. I'm trying to try and aim the adjuster out like that, so that when I need to, if I need to adjust it, it's easy to get underneath and do it. Instead of trying to aim it somewhere weird, try and aim it probably about there. So I'm going to get this part in now. Ta-da! Going to be honest, that took ages. So yeah, I'm not going to show you me doing the other side. I'm probably not even doing a very good job of me actually installing it. And yeah, in fact what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the front first and then just do the other side completely off camera. So let's get a wheel back on here and then move to the front. Also need to adjust camera. Anyway, let's get to the front. Right, I just want to say a massive sorry for if it's not very clear what I'm doing. I am just trying to muck through it because the weather is actually on the change and I don't want to get wet. But we got to the front and obviously the wheel and everything's off. Now I just need to take that shock out. Now it's easy enough. I've got Shane's plates in mind, so I've got the upper bolt and then that bolt up there, and then this will come out. Oh, and that bottom bolt that holds the shock in, and then I can put that new one in. Simple enough. I am sorry if I'm not getting this filmed very well. I am just trying to get it done. And yeah, the weather is on the turn, so that is the plan. Anyway, let's get this shock out. That bad boy is out. That's the Shane's plate. Very simple to install. Now time to get this bad boy in there. And that's all done. Now I presume I'm going to have to probably do something, wait for it to settle. The back has come down a little bit since, but we'll let it all settle before we do that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go do the other side. I'm not going to bore you with me doing that as well, because, well, I know the filming hasn't been that good today. So I'm going to crack on with getting this side done, which is those last two there. And then I'll pick the camera back up in a bit, maybe go for a drive, see what they feel like. So see you in a mo. Well, it's been another hour. 2 more shocks have come out and they are all done and installed. Like I said, I have turned them dials all the way up to maximum. Hopefully that will be a-okay. I haven't tried to adjust the camber on the top here. I know you got to undo this bolt and then push it all the way to the back. Now, I don't know if any of you know how to do that, but for the love nor money, I tried hammering it. I tried everything to try and get that to move. Can't get it done. So I'm going to leave it there for now. If any of you guys have any tips, please let me know. I would drop it in the comments down below. Or jump over on my Instagram and let me know, because I can't seem to adjust that. So please let me know. But all done. All the way round is now Gaz Shops, which is beautiful. So I need to get this thing back down on a wheel, and there is one more job I need to do. I've got something in my mouth, but there is one more job I need to do before I take it out for a test drive. My exhaust has got a rattle, so while I've got all this shenanigans out, I'm going to give that a little look. But quite an easy install. Anyway, let's go have a look at that exhaust. Well, it's back on the floor. The other side's jacked up, don't worry. And now the last little job is to attack this. Now, when I'm driving along, when I get to about 2,000 RPMs, all I can hear is, and it's hitting this heat shield right there. So what I am going to do, I see my diesel heater exhaust is still on. I had to buy another one of them in case you don't know, it fell off. But what I'm going to do is try and clearance it just here, or maybe cut that bit off. And yes, I've ovaled out my exhaust. Oh, that worked out easier than I thought. But as you can probably see, that is where I'm hitting. So I'm going to try bend all that out of the way so it doesn't hit, or worst case scenario, just angle grind that bit off. That's the plan. And yes, before you ask, I will be putting this van back down on 4s. If you can remember, I've got one, the other one's snapped, and I'm going to be buying another one, and then this thing will be going that back down on 4, back down on 4s. Especially now I've got this suspension, because hopefully that'll help with it being so bouncy. That's the plan. Anyway, I'm going to try and get that exhaust done. Well, managed to do that quite easily actually, and well, it's harder to get under it. No more banging, so hopefully when I'm driving around I don't have to hear my exhaust rattling, because it normally rattles when it's at about 2,000 RPM, which is sort of cruising, so that's quite a good noise. But as that done, there is something else. I don't actually know where I put it. Oh yeah, I do. There is someone else that's going to be coming up in another video that I got sent yesterday. That should be quite good, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And I will be going somewhere in the next couple of days to get the fuel pump timing done on this, because mine's slightly out. So, and that's going to be quite a cool little video because of where I'm going, but I'll leave that for when I go there. But hopefully this suspension will actually help and make the ride a bit smoother. For you it's going to be like in a second. For me it's probably going to be tomorrow now, because the time I get myself clean all like this, a lot settled, and then I got work. But I'll finish this video tomorrow, and hopefully this video has been helpful. Hopefully you guys can see the difference between the G-Max, which is what was on the van, and the Gaz extra short, which are now on the van. So hopefully this is a good little informational video. Sorry I didn't film as much as I wanted to. I was just trying to get it done. I was under like a bit of a time constraint, but hopefully you guys got the rough gist of it. Anyway, I'm going to stop my rambling. I will see you tomorrow when we take this thing for a test drive. And welcome back to a few days later. The last bit of footage you've seen was 2 days ago, and today is now Saturday. The video goes out tomorrow, and I've edited the video and realised I forgot to do my little roundup-y bit of what I think of these, so that's what this is. And little fun bit of news, tomorrow is actually my birthday, so when this video goes live, actually my birthday. So if you want to send me a birthday present, my PayPal, no I'm joking, I'm messing, I don't want any of them. Just put a message in the comments and wish me happy birthday. But anyway, back to the whole point of this video. These shocks. Now, like I said, I have actually been driving around on these for a couple of days, and I have been adjusting the dampening, and I have gone down, I think 5 clicks softer in the rear and 9 in the front, roughly, give or take. And I am just sort of fine-tuning them just to make them as comfortable as possible. But my honest opinion of these shocks, amazing. I don't know how well this footage is going to show, because I have got you on a windscreen mount, and I have noticed that the arm that's holding the phone is wobbling because it's not hard mounted. So if this footage isn't very good, please just bear in mind it's probably the mount. But these shocks, yeah, they are absolutely fantastic. The G-Max, which I had before, it was finding lumps and bumps in the road, and it was quite a harsh ride. And if I did find potholes, they were absolutely excruciating. But these, I'm going across the same bit of road that I always go across, and everything is so much smoother. It's genuinely night and day difference. I highly recommend these shocks. If you're lower, I recommend these shocks, and you can adjust the dampening for your own ride quality. So yeah, these things are fun. I genuinely wish I'd put these on years ago and stopped just being a cheapskate and not doing it. So if you're thinking about getting these shocks and you're still umming and ahhing about it like I was, take it from me, these things are insane. These are things, I could not recommend these any higher. And doing that, hammering the shield around the exhaust, I haven't heard that since, so it's like a new van now. I've not got exhaust rattles, the drive quality's nice and smooth, just perfect. But I'm going to stop rambling and getting all excited about these shocks. There's many places you can get them. Just, yeah, go on and have a look. I'm not going to tell you to go here or there or anything else, because they're all about the same sort of price for the same shock, and I'm not affiliated with anyone to push you over to them. That's enough of me rambling. I've got stuff to do. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully this video has been informative, and if you have been on the fence, this has helped you make your decision. But yeah, as always, I'm going to get myself gone. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for putting up with my dumbass, and as always, take it easy.